community. Mr. Bizzarro with you here, twice in a day. Can you believe it? Got some randoms, some recent acquisitions I'd like to show you. Nothing mind-blowing, nothing super special, but nonetheless I'm going to show you because I picked them up and they're part of my collection now. Some are in good shape, some covers are not in good shape, but all the vinyl's in great shape. Here's the first one. Cheech and Chong, Big Bamboo. Cool thing I like about the Big Bamboo, this copy, is it's got the rolling paper in it. Perfectly intact and ready to be packed. There you go, little Cheech and Chong. Not really much to be said about that. I think Cheech and Chong is a bit self-explanatory. By the way, got on the table, Mountain. This is something I got at a thrift store, and I still haven't listened to it. But just reading it has got me a little bit, well, curious. Check this out. Psychiatric consultations. Anxiety as a clinical indicator, part 1. This was apparently distributed by Roche Laboratories. I better be in the right frame of mind when I put this on. I don't want to be misdiagnosed. It's small. I guess it's a 10-inch. Yeah, I guess it's a 10-inch. I'll make sure I'm not on acid when I put that on. I'd hate to have my perspective changed for life. Next one, you know, these are all over the place, but they're not all over the place with all the inserts and all the bullshit that came with them. Sure, the movie flopped. That doesn't mean it's not cool to me. You know, you gotta understand, this was my era. I was a child then when this stuff came out. And regardless of how shitty it was, it made an impact on me. The cool thing I like about this is it's got all the crap that came with it. Let me show you some of the crap that came with it. Here. Come on, Sergeant Pepper comes alive. You want that shirt? Yeah, you want these posters, don't you? You want that Mylar poster in your room, don't you? Come on, let's join the band. We can be part of Sergeant Pepper's band. As long as you send them $4.75. Then you can be a part of the band. The other thing that's in here that wasn't in all the other ones I found. Wow. There you go. Don't rip it, man. Don't rip it. There you go. Right? Got the full poster. Sergeant Pepper. This is the Lonely Hearts Club Band. Okay. Alright, I know you're impressed, I can tell. Yeah, Harry's got Sergeant Pepper, yeah. Along with 9 trillion other people on the planet. I told you they weren't impressive. Don't give me any crap, alright? We'll get back to the cerebral stuff in the collections later. Alright. This is a quarter, I had to pick it up. I haven't even heard it, I'm probably not gonna like it. But I love the fucking show. You fucking meathead. I don't know what's on it. They do the theme song to the show, and I guess these are other standards. Why God Made Hands, Sweetie Pie Roger. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Reminded me of back in the day when I used to watch the show. And you can't go wrong with Meathead, right? Here's a good one. We're getting back to some good stuff now. fairly standard and mainstream to a lot of collectors that are into rock and blues and those kind of things. Got a little bit of yes here. Yesterdays. That little kid peeing. That little kid's peeing on that tree. What's the matter with you? Peeing all over that tree. And your friend's just sitting there watching like you don't care. Jeez. Alright, here we go. You want a little metal? You want a little speed? You want a little bit of Don Caballero? For respect. Alright? I bet you didn't think, right? Oh, no, he's just into old rock and progressive. No, fuck no. I'm into the speed. I'm into the heaviness, man. And Don Caballero will give you all that. And then some. Okay, here we go. We're going backwards again. Not my favorite artist, but I'm learning to like him. A little bit of Fish Man. Country Joe and the Fish. Country Joe and the Fish. It's a good recording. It's called From Haight-Ashbury to Woodstock. And it's that exact era only that I can deal with Country Joe and the Fish in. There we go. Best of. I don't buy best ofs. But I love these guys so much that I'm just going to add it. I've got a few other from this artist as well. What can you say about the James Gang? I mean, come on. Joe Walsh, so underrated as a guitar player, so underrated as a writer, and his early stuff is incredible. I remember seeing a live version, I think it was a Rock Palast or something like that version of Walk Away. It might not have been Rock Palast, but it was fucking kick-ass. It's probably on YouTube. I think that's where I saw it. Go look for that, man. It was live, and Walsh was tight, and the drummer was fucking slamming, man. Okay. A little bit of David Lee. Here you go. The Thin White Duke. Which I always thought was funny. This was recorded at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia. So this is right down my alley. I love Old David. I love him. Especially in this era. The dude was just a freaking goofball, man. Spiders from Mars and that whole era. Wacky shit. An amazing writer. Wrote hits for how many other bands? Are we going to talk about David now? I mean, how many bands did he end up writing fucking straight up hits for? I got 3 just off the top of my head. Another one. It's not going to blow your mind. It's not a mind-blowing album. It's not super awesome. But it holds a firm place in history. It's got, not that I give a shit, but it's got a radio hit. Hold Your Head Up. It's not a bad album. It's not a bad album at all. Did I show you the inside? It's got a couple pages in here. Argent. All together now. Woo! This cover seen better days. But the vinyl is magnifique. This is the Nuge. Whack 'em, rack 'em, pack 'em, and stack 'em. What can you say about the Nuge, man? He was a fucking monster in the day. This is the day he was a monster. Killer, man. I got no problem saying I love old Nugent. You can barely see with all that ring wear. I wish I had this door, and I don't know who put the thread up for most ring wear. But fuck, man, that could have been a winner, at least a runner-up. I already have actually 2 of these, but when I float by this stuff, I can't seem to not pick it up. Who are we talking about? Well, it's Frank Zappa, of course. Let me show you the inside. It's Overnight Sensation. Let me show you the front. There you go. Soak it in. Zappa. What? I already talked about Zappa. My last post, I think I talked about Zappa. What the hell are you gonna say? Who here likes Return to Forever? I do. I like Return to Forever. Well, this is not Return to Forever, so this is in a sense. This is Lenny White. Is this self-titled? No, I think this is called Big City. Big City by Lenny White. Little rip on the back. It's in good shape. I didn't even pay for this. A friend of mine had given me this. He knows I like Return to Forever. I've seen Return to Forever twice. Recently in their 2008, I saw them on their first full reunion as a full band in Philadelphia at the Mann Music Center. I also saw Return to Forever with Jean-Luc Ponty last year at the Mann. And they never cease to amaze me. Live, just solos alone, they give everybody a spotlight and let them do their thing, man. And boy, do they do their fucking thing. Well, that's it. I told you I'd be here for a second post, and here I am. I hope you enjoyed them. Nothing overly spectacular, nothing mind-blowing, but in my opinion, they all have a place in history and in my mind. I will be seeing you soon with I think my next post will be I think I'm going to do my musicians post next. So stay tuned for that. It won't be today, but it'll be sometime this week coming up. Thanks for watching. And if you don't know,